What is going on, people of the internet? My name, of course, is Panther. Welcome back to the channel once again. Today we've got a huge list of leaks for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Zombies, and I am so excited to be covering these for you guys. There are going to be some things that are going to be concerning, but also some pretty exciting things too. So again, let's just jump right into it. Very first up, we have character names that have been released. Now, I'm probably going to butcher some of these, so please be gentle on me. We have Dmitriev Kalashnik, Orlov Medved, Vogel Kurtz, Valen or Valen Peck, and Dr. William Peck. The only thing that we know about these characters are basically their names. We don't really know any of their backstory or pretty much anything else. We only know their names. So that's it for the list of character names. Moving down, we have alternate ammo types. So these are going to be renamed to ammo mods, and we've got 4 this time. So there is Cryofreeze, which does frost damage and it will slow the zombies. We have Deadwire, which does electric damage and stuns the zombies. Next up, we have Napalm Blast, which does fire damage and it burns the zombies. And lastly, we have Brain Rot, which turns the zombies into a friendly. And then finally, when you are pack-a-punching, we actually have the ability to choose exactly what type of ammo mod we want. No longer are we required to just wait and see what the pack-a-punch gives us and just have to deal with it if we don't have the points to keep on repack-a-punching. That is such a great change, and I'm very much looking forward to that. Next up, we have field upgrades. So these are basically a renamed specialist ability, and we have Ether Shroud, which essentially acts like an in plain sight, which lasts for about 5 seconds. We have Ring of Fire, which a ring will show up that boosts damage inside that ring for everyone, and it can even burn some enemies when entering. So this basically just sounds like Stone Cold Stronghold. Next up, we have Healing Aura, where you can heal yourself and teammates to full health within a specific area. Then we have Frost Blast, which does a wind blast of frost damage, and it will also slow zombies. So this sounds like Winter's Wail. And then we have an Energy Mine, which is just essentially a regular proximity mine. Apparently, there are also 3 other field upgrades mentioned in the code. However, it's unsure whether these are going to be at launch or saved for a later time. These are Lightning Links, Toxic Growth, and Frenzy Guard. Next up, we have perks. We've kind of already covered the perks and we've seen this, so let's just go over this real quickly. We have Quick Revive, Juggernog, Speed Cola, Stamina, Deadshot, Elemental Pop, and the Wonder Fizz. Elemental Pop is basically exactly what we were all expecting it to be. It's basically just Treyarch's version of Change 2s. Next up, we have ammo crates, and these are just basically boxes around the map that will refill your ammo. The cost to replenish ammo depends on how many times you've pack-a-punched your weapon. Apparently, we can pack-a-punch them up to a maximum of 3 times. Next up, we have runes. So runes are the biggest innovation that are going to be coming to zombies. Runes basically acts as a brand new upgrade system. You can use the new rune system to upgrade your alternate ammo types, perks, field upgrades, and your weapons. You can upgrade each individual perk, alternate ammo type, field upgrades, and weapon class up to 3 times. Apparently it used to be 5, but it's been dropped down to 3. So that gives us a total of 72 upgrades that can be unlocked in zombies. Whenever you do make an upgrade, they are permanent and you will not lose them. That's awesome. That's great to hear. So an example that was provided is for Stamina Up and the Ether Shroud field upgrade. So the level 1 for Stamina Up is movement impairing effects are reduced by 50%. Level 2 is no fall damage, and level 3 is you can run while ADSing. And then Ether Shroud, which basically the players will enter the ether and ignored by enemies, will last for 5 seconds. Level 1, activation instantly reloads weapon. Level 2, increase the duration to 8 seconds. And level 3, warp up to 500 units in front of you. That sounds actually pretty cool, and I'm pretty excited to see how that works out. So now that you have kind of an example, let's go through each one. So for Cryofreeze, number 1, enemies are slowed more. Number 2, you take more damage. And number 3, a slower duration. For Deadwire, number 1, we have a longer stun. Number 2, we have double damage. And number 3, you can chain the effects to more zombies. For Napalm Burst, apparently this one only has 2, or only 2 are known. Number 1 is increased effect duration, and number 2 is double the damage. With Brain Rot, we have number 1, explodes on death. Number 2, double the damage, and number 3, increased duration. For the specialist / field upgrades, we already went over the Ether Shroud. For Frost Blast, level 1 is it will last longer. Level 2 is you can carry a second charge, and level 3, double the size and damage of the blast. With Healing Aura, level 1, all players gain a short regen healing effect. Level 2, you knock down enemies nearby and stun special and elite enemies. And number 3, revives allies in a specific area. With the Ring of Fire, we have double the burn effect. ammo is taken from stock in ring, and level 3, ring blocks projectiles. With Energy Mine, level 1, double the blast size, level 2, 2 explosions instead of 1, and level 3, you can carry 3 charges. With the perks, we already went over Stamina Up, so we'll move on to Elemental Pop. The level 1 is reduce alternate ammo type cooldown. Level 2 is alternate ammo types use the current upgrade tier instead of the base. That's interesting. And level 3, equipment can now have the alternate ammo type occur. Interesting. That's pretty crazy. Moving on to Juggernog. Armor plates give more armor, reduce status effect duration, and level 3, increase health by 100 more. There's going to be some interesting changes to Juggernog that we will cover later on, so just keep that in mind. With Speed Cola, level 1, even faster reloading, level 2, field upgrades will recharge faster, and level 3, swap weapons faster. With Deadshot Daiquiri, level 1, reduce hipfire spread, level 2, higher damage to armored enemies, and level 3, damage falloff is decreased. With Quick Revive, level 1, crawl faster when downed, level 2, start to regen health faster, and level 3, go to full health after a successful revive. And then with weapons classes, we have shotguns, which level 1 is plus 5% base damage, level 2 is plus 10% close quarters combat damage, and level 3 is plus 15% base damage. So that's kind of just what I'm going to go with right now, just with the shotguns. There's nothing else really provided with that, but it sounds like that's going to be how it's going to work for every single gun category. So after going all of that, the way that we unlock these upgrades is with the new currency they're introducing called Ethereum. Basically, it costs 1 Ethereum for the first tier, 2 for the second tier, and 3 for the third tier. And this totals 432 Ethereum to max out every single upgrade. So this is going to be an ultimate grind fest this year. Apparently, Ethereum is earned just by playing the game, and there are 2 types of Ethereum according to the code. There's Raw and Flawless. Apparently, it's not sure how these exactly relate to another, but I guess maybe if you earn a specific amount of Raw Ethereum, you can just basically turn it into the Flawless Ethereum, and that's what you use to upgrade your specific types, the alternate ammo, the perks, field upgrades, or whatever you want. So it's kind of unknown how that works, but that is going to be the upgrade system that we have. Next up, let's talk about the Wonder Weapons. So we have the DIE, which is one of the Wonder Weapons for this base map, Die Machine. It has 4 upgrade types, and you can essentially kind of just think of the Kraken from Black Ops 4, how you can upgrade or change the ammo type. So apparently the 4 ammo types for this weapon are Nitro Stream, Particle Beam, Plasma Ball, and Glass Cloud. Apparently there is another Wonder Weapon that exists called the Ray Rifle, but there's nothing really that's known about it. Moving next up, we have the Dark Ether. So you can access the Dark Ether through the orb in the main room. It's that giant glowing purple orb that we see in the trailer. And apparently you can stay in the Dark Ether for a limited time. Inside the Dark Ether are pieces for the Pack-a-Punch machine, which you can build once you brought it back, and the Dark Ether orb also moves around the map. Apparently there are also small, quote, Dark Ether crystals, which contain drops that you can get. Next up, we have Salvage. So Salvage is a new currency obtained in zombies. In the spawn, there is a pre-built crafting table that kind of sits next to the building, and using Salvage, you can craft multiple different items. You can craft things like lethals, frag grenades, semtexes, C4, molotovs, and tacticals. Apparently, this is now also how you earn monkey bombs. You can also create support equipment, but there's not really any details on that. Apparently, Salvage also has another tier level which allows you to upgrade the rarity of your weapons. Next up, we have the craziest change, and I'm not sure how you guys are going to respond to this, but we have armor. So armor is the new mechanic that's going to be added into zombies, and it's kind of similar to Warzone. You can have 3 armor plates at once. Armor can be upgraded 3 times at armor stations around the map. So now with Juggernog fully upgraded, you can basically take 10 hits from a zombie before you go down. Apparently there's also an armor station, but there's nothing quite known about that. Some other information here that's kind of just miscellaneous. Zombies will drop random loot while you're playing. These range from armor plates, grenades, to kill streaks like the Chopper Gunner. Next up, we have something crazy. Apparently the Jetpack is going to be in the game, and it is a real thing. Not exactly sure how that's going to work, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Apparently there is a minimap and there is a compass, but it is likely going to be toggleable, and zombies have health bars that also have damage numbers when you shoot them. Hopefully that's something that can also be turned off as well. So that is it for all the leaks this time around. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. We've got some really interesting things, and I'm actually pretty excited for zombies this year. The armor system does look like it's going to be a little bit different, apparently taking up to 10 hits if you have fully upgraded Jug and armor plates. That's a little bit interesting, but then again, it doesn't seem like there's any type of shield that has been leaked, so if there is no shield and we can take up to 10 hits with Juggernog in the armor system, it may balance out. Again, that's not confirmed, that's just my thoughts. I'm sure the game is going to be balanced towards taking 10 hits, otherwise it would just be way too easy. So that's the biggest concern that I have, is just how that armor system is going to work. I have faith in Treyarch. I'm looking forward to seeing how they're going to handle this, but everything else really just excites me. I hope things like the minimap and compass are toggleable so we can turn that off and just make it feel like classic zombies, but other than that, I'm pretty excited. It looks like we're going to have a fun year for zombies. It's going to be a very in-depth year, especially with all of these upgrades that we're going to be going towards. Having everything upgradable 3 times is perfect. I think the original plan of having 5 upgrades was a little bit too much, so bringing it down to a number of 3 for each thing, I think that's perfect. So again, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I tried to make this as fast as possible once I found out the news, so thank you guys so much for stopping by. I appreciate it, and subscribe to the channel, and I just hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.